Hello again, everybody. Zack Attack is here with the attack line for Monday, March the 12th, 2012. Now, before we get to all the entertainment news for today, start off with DJ Zack Attack news. Over the weekend, I had two great successful shows, part of my AWO Attack World Order Tour, starting on Friday with the final basketball game of the season, home basketball game of the season for my Romeo High School boys varsity basketball team as they took on Stevenson Titans in the district finals. Amazing game, probably the best game we've ever had, best crowd yet, a lot better than the Utica Ford game last Wednesday. Rowdy crowd, packed house, great performance by me. Thank all the boys, thank all the girls too, the girls team, Coach Connie, Coach Teller, Mr. Brother, everybody at Romeo. Tonight, they're playing regionals tonight, Romeo boys, so good luck to them. Then on Saturday, I DJ'd second year in a row at St. Baldrick's, a head shaving event at Romeo for benefiting research for children's cancer. And I DJ'd at this kids' tent when they had bingo and a little dance party this time. I thought it was a good show. You had a decent sized crowd and a little bit of a background guy, but you know what? Everyone loved me. Everyone liked it, and everyone responded very well to my show. Thank Michael Fiskis, everyone at St. Baldrick's and Romeo. It was a huge success. I would have made like $200,000. Don't even accept estimate on how much money they raised, but they raised a lot of money for children's cancer research. So thank you everybody at St. Baldrick's for letting me do it for the second year in a row. Hopefully a third. And it will be a third. Now, with geek stuff out of the way, on with the entertainment news. Starting with your number one movie for the weekend. Many expected John Carter was going to be number one. Wah. John Carter, bombity, bomb. At number two with 30 million. That means still number one movie for the second week in a row. The Lorax with 38 million. I think me and a lot of people thought John Carter would do a lot better, but bomb. So Lorax beat John Carter. I don't know what's coming out this upcoming week. Besides the big one being 21 Jump Street with Seth Rogen and Channing Tatum. So we'll see how that goes to take on the Lorax. Now, over the weekend, there was a lot of rumors that Britney Spears is rumored to join the X Factor. Now, I think like last week, Janet Jackson was rumored. She said no because of her touring engagement. But now, Britney's allegedly in. Her fiancé manager, Jason Trawick, said the contract may be signed by this week. Reportedly, $10 million have been offered to Britney to join Simon Cowell, the judging booth, alongside him and L.A. Reid. We see to find out who the new host will be for the new season of X Factor, which I don't even know when it's going to take place. With a lot of people fired. We're very interested to see Britney Spears there, because it's all CA, that's her company, the company that releases all the X Factor music. So we'll see if Britney can be a good mentor, because she is one of the biggest pop stars in the world. It's being a big pop stars. Her BFF, somewhat, Madonna, finally announced a Detroit show. She initially dissed her hometown when she announced the first initial dates of her 2012 tour last month. But she may kiss it up, and she has announced she'll be at the Joe Louis Arena on November 8th. Very surprised, because last tour, the Sticky Sweet tour, I had an opportunity to see it. After she initially now announced Detroit, she added Ford Field. And I went to that show. It was a good show. And I think she's like, okay, instead of doing Ford Field, we're doing Joe Louis Arena. Surprised not the Palace, but still. Besides Madonna, the other major concert announcement is local channel 99.5 WYCD. They had announced their Downtown Hoedown today. Initially, it's been a free event, but however, this year it's ticketed. $30 for a 3-day pass. It's not a Hart Plaza. It's at Comerica Park. At least this is one of the areas. So I've been battling an illness all day, so bear with me. A lot of mixed reception towards it, but the head lineups this year make up for that $30 price. Including Miranda Lambert, Dirk Bentley, Montgomery Gentry, Gerard Neiman, and Chris Young, which had some better names and a better weekend. It's June 8th to the 10th. It's the weekend of a local festival in Washington, Michigan, so it'll be a tough time. But I'm waiting for bigger fish. So, decent show. WYCD Hoedown announced. Now, Glee is a little hiatus right now. We don't know about the status of Quinn, but over the weekend we found out that a lot of things. One, Heather Morris apparently, aka Britney from Glee, apparently had nude photos leaked over the weekend. That's a big thing. But also Glee revealed they're going to do a proper tribute to Whitney Houston. Now, just days after she died, they aired the episode with her song, I Will Always Love You in it. And they go to the end credit. But now they announced that they're doing a proper Whitney Houston tribute episode. It won't be unlike the other Whitney tributes. It'll be a lot different. This time around, they're going to use her songs that'll look like, like Madonna episode, Britney episode, Michael episode. It's going to be a lot different. They're not going to focus more on Whitney's career, to focus on the songs, but letting go. They're doing like 8 songs in this tribute. So we'll see how they do. I don't know what's going to air, but it's probably going to air sometime this season when Glee comes back in April. Now, on with sports, WWE Raw Preview. A lot of things going down. Heading towards supposed to be at the top. 4 questions that must be answered tonight. Question number 4. How will the continuing feud between Teddy Long and Joe Laurinaitis develop? Well, I heard WWE.com they revealed that there will be a 12-man tag team match as Team Laurinaitis takes on Team Long for control of both shows. It gives a lot of guys who's getting shafted, who doesn't have a match yet, to get a match. Maybe we'll find out some names. We'll see what happens. With the names being announced for that match. There you go. Question number 3, speaking of WrestleMania, were any matches besides that be announced for WrestleMania? Well, with the possible Laurinaitis Teddy Long thing, we don't know any other matches. Probably going to be no money to make this year, disappointingly. Especially with Ray Barrett apparently injured. So, see what happens. If there's any other matches for Mania be announced. Question number 2. What will happen between Taker and HBK? Now, they're both there tonight in Cleveland. This is Cleveland, Ohio. Triple H talked last week. HBK showed up and said that he'll be the special guest referee for Triple H Undertaker Hell in a Cell. And Undertaker will be there tonight to address his thoughts on HBK being the special guest referee. And see if HBK will favor Taker or favor Triple H. I also didn't mention what happened between Punk and Jericho. What will their feud develop tonight? Jericho pinned Punk in a tag match last week. So we'll see what kind of matches Jericho sends tonight to Punk. Question number 1. What happened between Rock and Cena? Now, the verbal talking continues as they're advertising a rock concert in Cena rap for the night. See what happens there. This is the first rock concert since 2003 and the first time he's done it as a face. So we'll see how that develops. See what happens with that on Monday Night Raw tonight at 9, 8 Central on USA Network. That's it for the Atakline. I'll see y'all later for my Raw review. With that in mind, I've been attacked by the news from Zach. Thank you all very much for watching. See you all later. Yeah.